Great Expectations is set in early 19th century England, beginning in the marshes of Kent and later moving to bustling London. It follows the life of Pip, an orphan, as he grows up and learns about class, ambition, love, and personal integrity. Pip is raised by his harsh sister, Mrs. Joe, and her kind husband, Joe Gargery, a blacksmith. As a boy, Pip encounters an escaped convict, Magwitch, on the marshes, and secretly helps him by stealing food and a metal file he can use to saw off the iron leg shackle binding him. The convict is soon recaptured and sent to Australia, but Pip is haunted by the memory. Pip is invited to play at the decaying mansion of Miss Havisham, a wealthy recluse who was abandoned on her wedding day. There he meets her adopted daughter, Estella, who is beautiful but cold, raised to break men's hearts. Pip falls in love with Estella, but she mocks his lower-class background, sparking his shame and desire to rise in society. Years later, Pip learns from a lawyer, Jaggers, that he has come into a mysterious fortune and is to be educated as a gentleman in London. Believing Miss Havisham is his benefactor and intends him for Estella, Pip eagerly embraces his great expectations and grows distant from Joe. In London, Pip becomes proud, careless with money, and deeply invested in the dream of winning Estella, who continues to reject him. He later discovers, to his shock, that his true benefactor is Magwitch, the convict he helped as a child, who made his fortune in Australia and devoted it to Pip. Pip is horrified at first, but grows to respect Magwitch's loyalty and humanity. After Pip learns that Magwitch is his benefactor, he and his friend Herbert Pocket plan to smuggle him out of England by boat, since Magwitch has returned illegally from banishment in Australia, a crime punishable by death. Magwitch is arrested, injured, and later dies in prison. Pip loses his fortune, falls ill, and is nursed back to health by Joe Gargery, who shows unconditional kindness. Pip plans to propose to his childhood friend, Biddy, but finds that she has married the widowed Joe. Rather than being tragic, this marriage is a natural and fitting union. Biddy and Joe share values of kindness, hard work, and loyalty, providing a stable and loving family life. Years later, Pip reunites with Estella, who has suffered through an unhappy marriage and grown gentler. Dickens wrote two different endings, one where they walk away together hand in hand, and one where Estella has remarried and they part as friends.